Greetings, guitarists. I hope you're doing well. The subject of this video is breaking out of a rut and burnout. And we're starting right now. I'll say this first. I don't get anything, any kickbacks or anything like that. This is just recommendations based on my opinions.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
The journey is usually the part that you remember anyways.
I used to be a musician at Disney World, and I was there as a sub for the Kids of the Kingdom band. They used to play in front of Cinderella's castle, and oh my gosh, this is like 15, 20 years ago. I was there as a sub, and I thought, this is great, man. I've kind of got a job playing guitar. That's so cool. But after a year and a half to 2 years of this, I got so burned out. And I think I didn't play guitar. After a year was over with, I looked at my guitar and I'm like, what am I doing? I mean, I totally love this instrument. What happened to me? And that was my first time experiencing such burnout that I couldn't do it anymore. So one of the best ways to snap me out of that rut back then was I went to a Jamie Aebersold clinic, and if you're not familiar with Jamie Aebersold, he used to make all these play-alongs of these jazz standards so you can practice improvising over them. I don't think they're around so much anymore. But anyway, I went to a clinic back then that was very educational. I think there was, his last name was Baker. I think in the real book, he wrote a song called Kentucky Oysters or something like that. Let's see, I think our group, we had Jim McNeely, really incredible jazz pianist. He was in charge of our group. So it was just a couple of days, 3 or 4 days of just studying, and it was just so great to be able to commune with other musicians and jam and all that stuff. It kind of reminded me of the college days with all the late night jams and everything. It was really, really a fun time, and a very educational time. And that certainly snapped me out of that rut. Probably the biggest thing that snapped me out was there was Bellarmine College, also in Louisville. They had a camp or clinic where they had Jim Hall and Gene Bernascini and Jimmy Rainey, incredible bebop guitarist. But Jim Hall is a huge influence. I would think that he's just as influential as Wes Montgomery. And it was great meeting Jim Hall. The thing I remember about him was that he always carried around his toothbrush because he brushed after every meal, literally. And I couldn't hang with Jimmy Rainey because Jimmy Rainey was a chain smoker, and the odor, I just couldn't deal with the smell, which was a shame because he's really got a pretty cool style. So those two things were very instrumental in snapping me out of the little monkey rut that was in. It was just incredible. But you don't have to spend that kind of money. You can do things like, buy a book, or if maybe learning how to sight read is something you want to do. You could do that. You can. I know a guy. It's not about spending money. I knew a guy. He had did a Craigslist ad and basically started like an acoustic jam club, and it was just a thing for acoustic guitarists guitarists to get together and just just jam over tunes and stuff like that. That was really cool and very very much educational. There's an expression that goes, "Iron sharpens iron," and I would definitely say that that's something like that. Just communing with other instruments is just a great way to learn. Let's look around and see what's going on this year as far as clinics. Let's look at what's going on. I did a little Google search on what's going on this year. And of course, the greatest finger picker in the world, Tommy Emanuel, he's having something in Nashville. I think this one, I thought I saw a message that said that this one is sold out. But a lot of times there's like, if you want to join the newsletter, or you can at least be informed of when he hasn't another clinic. But anyway, it'd be awesome to meet and study with him. This, and I don't know how I missed this one, but this was incredible. This is Steve Vai. He actually, and that's in Orlando, but it was earlier this year. So you can actually join the newsletter, and he had some really incredible players. Tim Henson from Polyphia was there. That guy, a great acoustic player, Marcin, was there. Matteo Mancuso, a kid out of Italy that's really phenomenal, just incredible player. So yeah, you can at least get on the mailer and be informed the next time he has something like this. But that's really pretty incredible to be able to attend something like this anyway. So what else is coming? There's there's Mark Tremonti from Creed. I'm familiar with Creed. I'm not sure I'm familiar with him, but he's actually doing like a little clinic tour kind of thing. We have, and a lot of times, if you look hard enough, you'll see anything that's close to the style you want to study. Like here's a classical guitar summit, and I believe what's his name, Jason Vio. I think that's the way you say that. He's got a classical guitar thing. Apparently, this one's kind of geared towards younger folks. And I think I saw something as well that you a lot of times will need an audition. In this particular case, I think you need to audition just because they want, I guess, a certain level of player that'd be able to get anything out of this. So, so right here, this caught my eye. This is really nice. And check out the players on this one. Shoot, this is I think it's in August, yeah, August 19th. Yeah, check out who's going to be there. If you're a jazz guy, there's Kurt Rosenwinkel and Jalad Hexelman, both outstanding players. Also, Mike and Lenny Stern. Mike Stern is a big influence on me. And I think I saw, didn't I see, I thought I saw John Schofield somewhere too. But anyway, that looks like a real good one. That one's still in, that one's in August. Let's see. Now, here's an interesting one. I did attend this one last year, and what an amazing experience. Steve Morse is going to be there this year. It is in Crossville, Tennessee. And good old Steve Morse is going to be there. Now, last year they had, well, some of the other players they had here. They've got, you know, Andy Woods, who's really, I think he's put on the whole thing. Andy Timmons was there last year, as well as Eric Johnson. And man, it was just great. Just really lots of jamming, lots of fun, and a pretty nice area too. I think it was done at like a campsite or something like that. But anyway, that's really cool. September 5th through the 8th. I will share some things from that clinic. So really cool. There's some good stuff out there. So from the Woodshed Guitar Experience, I did ask Eric about pentatonics and playing outside. I got the idea to ask him about it because there's a little clip on YouTube of Eric Johnson with Osnoy playing Sissy Strut. And Eric does some beautiful lines. It just sounded so out kind of thing. So I was just asking him about that whole thing, and this was his answer.
Over the root note. You know what I mean? Like, so it could be. Back to E. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of times it's kind of you can just superimpose different ones over the fundamental note you're playing. Yeah. And then you can get into leading notes that like.
All right, guitarists, please hit like and subscribe and all that stuff. You guys have an awesome day.